What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome to my kitchen. This is Derek. We're gonna be doing macaroni and cheese today, homemade. None of that box stuff. Everything that I make is homemade. So we're gonna be using Barilla elbow macaroni. We're gonna set that to the side over here. I'm gonna cheat today. I'm gonna use a little Velveeta cheese. We're gonna use Kobe Jack and sharp cheddar. Not only that, a little carnation milk, 3 eggs, milk, and the best thing, butter. Not margarine, butter. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off first by taking my noodles. I've already got some out, and we're going to basically take these and put them in water. Alright, now while that's working, I'm going to grab that in just a second because it's going to fill up pretty quickly. For those of you who don't know how to cook, make sure you have a clean kitchen, a clean area to work with. I'm just going to show you my little area here. It's all clean. I just put everything there for show. Okay, so just make sure that everything is nice, neat, and in order. Let me change it up. Okay, so while I'm working on that, I'm going to get started on my mix because I want to make sure as soon as those noodles are done and they're hot, it comes out looking really good, scrumptious. Okay, so I'll get me a bowl here. Okay, I'm going to crack my eggs. Ooh, that one almost failed. Guys, just keep it clean. If you notice, see here, I don't know if you can see, but my nails are very clean, okay? You don't want anybody cooking if their nails are nasty and dirty and scroungy like they've been scratching their butt all night. But anyway, yes, not only do I sing, not only do I tattoo, but I also cook. Very well, I'm at here. So, got my eggs in there. We're going to add some milk, some cream, and we're going to add a little carnations milk also. Because I like my milk to be really, I like my macaroni and cheese to be really creamy. So, let me find my can opener. And almost doesn't look like I'm going to be able to find my can opener. So, for y'all don't know, if you can't find your can opener, just get a knife. Oh, let me do this right here so I won't mess up my stove. Okay, I'm going to do one side there, one side here, kind of opens up. So now I get to put my carnations milk in there. It makes it very, very rich macaroni and cheese, okay? You're also going to add your salt and pepper for taste, okay? Because you don't want bland macaroni and cheese. Nobody likes macaroni and cheese that tastes like it doesn't have any salt in there. Personally, me, I like fresh cracked black pepper, so I'm going to use some fresh cracked black pepper. Use a good bit of it. We run through pepper here like nobody's business because I'm always cooking something. Yes. Alright, so that's some cracked black pepper. And instead of using the regular iodized salt, I'm going to use sea salt. Going to use sea salt. This is the sea salt that you use. Okay. That iodine stuff, it kind of makes it taste bad. Sea salt usually dissolves faster and has a lot more taste to it. So this is why I choose to use this. And yes, you see me putting a good bit of salt in there because I don't want my food not to taste like it has any taste in it. Because that cheese is gonna get in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mix this all together. That's 3 eggs. Okay, 3 eggs and Carnation's milk. And I'm gonna go ahead and add half a cup more so it can end up being a cup of milk. Oh, it'd be nice if I had my oven on so I could start noodles with it. Okay, so we're gonna set that over there. Okay, meanwhile, I got this sitting right there. Remember the extra milk I said I was going to add? Well, I'm not going to add that just yet. I'm actually going to use that milk to do the Velveeta cheese. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a pot like this, okay? We're going to get started on this Velveeta. But I like the creamiest, cheesiest macaroni and cheese ever. Tastes so good once it's done. And bar none, I guarantee you, if you're a female or a male and you're cooking for your spouse, he or she is going to be very happy once they taste it. And they're probably going to ask you to make this very, very often. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to use about half of this Velveeta block here. Okay? Only use half because we're going to have a bunch more cheese. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this up in slices so that it'll melt better. And you can add as much or little as you would like. I like cheesy macaroni and cheese, so I'm going to add a lot to it. We're going to cut those up into slices, and then we're going to cut those slices into fours. And these are the slices right here. Okay. Yes, this is what I like to do on my time off. So, for all my Facebook friends out there, you ever get hungry, just come on by. We'll fix you up something real nice. Alright, we got those cut down. Okay, now I like to use my hands on everything. I don't believe in not getting my hands dirty, as they say. So, let me go ahead, cut these up in the slices. They're just basic cubes. That's all I'm doing is making cubes. Because this is going to make a lot of cheese sauce. And I love cheese. You can call me Master Splinter because I love cheese. Mickey Mouse ain't got nothing on me. Alright. Still got a couple more pieces to go. Now, usually when I'm doing my macaronis, I add a little oil. So that's what I'm about to do right now, as soon as I can find it. In the kitchen here. Let's see here. We set stuff around everywhere. That's a good question, Derek. Where'd you put it to? She might have put it in the refrigerator. Let's see. Well, that's the problem. I got a little olive oil in here somewhere, so guess we'll use the rest of it. Yeah, I got a little olive oil right here. Don't have much of that in there. Yeah, let's see here. bit left in this one. Because I don't like my noodles to stick. And periodically, when you're making your noodles, stir them around so they don't stick at the bottom, and so they don't get stuck to each other. I plan to make a big pan because I don't know about y'all, but we black folks in my house and we like to eat, okay? And I know if I make a little bit, it'll be gone tomorrow, or tonight rather. So I don't want it gone. I'd like some for myself, and my significant other likes to eat good. She may be little, but she eat a lot, okay? Alright, I think that is about enough cheese. Yeah, I don't have to add that last one. I think that'll be enough. That'll be quite enough. Always put it, now that I've opened this, we're going to put this in the refrigerator just to make sure it stays cold and I can use it for another batch if I have to. So what I'm going to do meanwhile, I'm going to go get some milk here. And we're going to create a cheese sauce to go along with what we already have, okay? So we're just going to put a good bit of milk in here. We're going to cut the oven on to about 350, let it preheat. While that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and put this on a medium so we can stir in the cheese to make sure that it melts, the Velveeta. Meanwhile, that's going to sit over there. And hold on, I'll be right back. What I'm about to do, just to let you know, remember that mixture that we mixed earlier with the cheese and the milk? Well, I'm going to stir this cheese and the other cheese in over here. I have limited space because I don't have a big kitchen. So. We're going to save some of that cheese to top off at the end. Alright, here we go. I'm just going to stir this around a little bit. While this is in here with all this milk. And keep your milk available at hand because you want to make sure that you have a real kind of thin consistency with this Velveeta. You don't want the Velveeta cheese. That's another thing. You don't want the Velveeta cheese like it is when you make, what is that dip? You know, the beef dip. What do they call it? I forgot. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The little beef dip that they make with the tomatoes and all that stuff in it. Anyway, you eat them with tortilla chips. Anyway, you don't want that consistency because then you're going to get a mouth-clogging macaroni and cheese. You want it creamy and smooth. Might have should have made just, you know, 2 things of this, of noodles. I'll tell you what, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to make 2 things of noodles because this pan is so huge. And we're going to go and just pig out. to give this a little bit more heat because 4 times consistency. I want to make sure we get this done all in one. I'm just going to show you how this all works at once. Remember I said, stir your noodles. Don't want them sticking. Whatever you do, clean as you go. Keep your kitchen clean. You can't cook anything if you don't keep your kitchen clean. See this? Yeah, there you go. See, you can actually see what I'm doing. And I'm just mixing this around. You can see the cheese in there. And as it heats up, it's going to slowly start melting. You just keep that mixture going. There's my red bowl back over here, this way, right there, sitting on the table. You're just letting that sit over there until this is all ready. Now my noodles are coming to a boil, so in a minute I'm going to strain them, and I'm going to flash them, because what's going to happen is I don't want my noodles to overcook. I want them to cook in the oven. So what I'm going to do is, once I finish with my noodles, after they cook, I'm going to flash them with cold water so that they can harden back up a little bit. That way it makes it firm. Macaroni and cheese is gooey and juicy once I start putting the other liquid on there, because when you put it in the oven, it's going to recook again. So I don't want my noodles to overcook. And every now and then you just take a noodle and test it out. Okay, they're almost there. They're not there yet. As you mix, your water's going to turn yellow. It's going to turn the color of cheese. I mean your milk, I'm sorry. It's going to turn the color of cheese. My noodles are almost just about where I need them to be. And I'm using my spoon to test them out. I'm going to get my strainer now. Go ahead and cut the heat off on the noodles right here, so that way they don't overcook. Don't forget, continually stir. If you don't stir this, it will burn at the bottom. And then instead of you having a nice cream cheese, you're going to have a nice burnt cheese. I'm going to go ahead and take this off. I'm going to do a little flashing. Cold flashing, remember I told you. We're going to want this all the way hot. Now, in my cheese sauce, I'm going to put a little butter in there, okay? You're going to put a little butter in there because it makes it taste so yummy. And as you see, it's already turning into a sauce. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat down on my sauce because I don't want it to burn or scorch. You know, you done been to somebody's house where they didn't burn something or scorch something. It really didn't taste so hot, huh? Yeah, we try not to do that around here. I did that one time with some curry chicken. Hurt my feelings. That's just because I wasn't paying attention, but I'm the main cook in this house. I do all the cooking for the most part. Now breakfast, she got that. I don't do too many breakfast. I don't like doing breakfast because I don't like waking up in the morning. Okay. So here it is, back to me. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add some butter to this. And I think what we're gonna do, just gonna add half of something. Not gonna add too much butter because you got the cheese already. And I just don't want this overly too many calories up in here for people who are trying to lose weight and just don't need that type of extra calories. Now if you notice here, let's just see if we can get that shot. But my cheese is very, very light. It's not thick at all, okay? It's because I have mixed this milk in. So I don't want it there. But remember, I've already got regular cheese that's going in here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to a simmer. And you should smell it. It smells so good. Just once it hits your lips, this will be something you'll be tasting for a while. We're going to let that sit. And we're going to get my pan here. I'll take my pan here. We're just going to gently pour my noodles in. And we're getting to the point, guys, this pan is so big that I might just have to, no, it ain't no might to it. I'm going to have to go ahead and make one more thing of noodles because my pan's too big. I ended up making too much, too little. So we're going to go set this over here again and boil some more noodles, okay? I wish I had to pour the water out now. And as you see, it really doesn't take long. What I like to do with my noodles is I like to sprinkle fresh pepper and butter on them after I take them out of the water. So that's what I'm going to do while I wait on this to cook. Okay? And we still got our cheese sauce here with the butter in it. And basically that butter is going to keep it silky. Because you don't want clumps of cheese. You don't want it clumpy, you want it silky. Because you want, when somebody tastes it, you want it to be mouth-watering for them. Remember the other sauce that, the other combined sauce that I'm adding with this has eggs in it. So it's going to also create that cream cheese kind of flavor in there. So we're going to start recording.